Testing. Ooh, that's loud.
Let's turn this down a bit.
Is that? I think that's better. That's nice, I think. Hopefully. Anyways, let's do a transition. All right. We are here. Okay, this is probably the most elaborate stream I've ever organized. I got my PC on the side that I'm gonna switch to a little bit later when I talk about the software part of things. Like I'm gonna try, like I will put a different custom firmware. We're gonna try a few different ones. Gonna play some games on this thing. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. This is the sort of stuff I do in my spare time. Like it's not anything new. I do this stuff all the time. It's just that like I don't typically share it online. At least not live anyways. But yeah, it's just something different. I'm not too sure if the music is too loud, if it's overpowering my voice. I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit more because I think it might be a little bit too loud. But anyways, hopefully someone can pop in and give me a bit of a give me some feedback, but levels seem okay. So yeah, now just as a little bit of a test, I'm gonna switch over to the PC a little bit, because yeah, I do have that happening as well. And let's see, so on edit, let me just put this up. Yeah, might just put that, whoops. It's the first time I've really like tried doing so elaborate like this. Like at least for me, it's quite elaborate anyways. But yeah. So if I change to this, yeah, that's more like it. Cool. So the device I just picked up this morning is called the TrimUI Smart Pro. So let's do a transition here, and that's my desktop. That's wow, that's pretty cool. It's like a full studio happening here, and then I can switch back to other stuff. All right. Anyways, so what I was saying is like this is let's find the device that we're looking at. This is the TrimUI website, and it's not secure, which is weird, but yeah, that's what I was looking for. As soon as it came up, I left the page. Ah, this is great. You know what? This website is horrible. So how about I just go to Retro Catalog, which is a more reliable way of looking at stuff, and we'll just put in Smart Pro, and there's TrimUI. I just want to go through the specs and like what we're looking at here, and obviously like I'm really gonna try and push this device. My thing is, I think if I just zoom in a little bit here for people, I think that's nicer. Okay, so my thing is I really want to see how much I can do with PSP here. That's really what I want to see. What I like, you know, just getting some water. I know I'm not going to be able to push like PS2 and stuff like that. I'm not even going to attempt PS2. I might try I might try GameCube, but my focus is going to be on PSP. I really want to see how far I can push PSP on this device. It's a 16:9 aspect ratio. It's about a 5-inch screen size, 1280 by 720 screen resolution. It's fine. IPS screen, 300 ppi pixel density. So it's an okay screen. It's not meant to. This isn't a device that's meant to break the bank. You know, it's only selling for $70 American. I got mine for $80 Australian, which is what, $60 American. And this past week on AliExpress, there's been a bit of a sale happening, and yeah, so like I saw it for even $60 Australian, which is like $50 American. So it's not really a device that's meant to break the bank. And these numbers, they paint that picture. But anyway, so it's a plastic, 230 grams. I don't really care about this stuff, but it's got Wi-Fi. We've got Bluetooth, audio jack, stereo speakers, USB-C, and a SD card slot, which is good. Wi-Fi 5. Now this is going to be a bit interesting. I don't think that's good for live streaming, as in like using Artemis or something like that, like streaming your game onto your device off of the PC. Because Wi-Fi 5 is fine, but it's just the latency is not gonna be good. Anyways, it doesn't say what Bluetooth version we've got. I wonder if it says it on the box here. We'll have a look at it later. I haven't even opened it up. Picked it up this morning and it's still in the box. I've been really, really, really disciplined in terms of not opening it because I wanted to do it on stream. So we've got L1, R1, L1, R2, sorry, L2, R2, analog sticks, no analog triggers, no Hall effect controls, no L3, R3, no touchscreen, huh? That is interesting. I don't know why I was under the assumption that this has touchscreen. Really strange. Anyways, no gyroscope. I don't care for that. And obviously volume buttons. All right, technical specs. Now, it already comes with 8 GB of storage. So from my understanding, the TrimUI operating system that's on this, you can't basically get rid of it. You can install other custom firmware onto an SD card and use that to use the device, but it's not going to get rid of the operating system on the device, which, I mean, I suppose it's a bit of a, like, it's fine, it's not a, it's a backup, right? So can't really complain about that. 5,000 milliamp battery. We'll test that, see how long it'll last. 1 GB of RAM. That is going to be a problem, I think, in testing PSP games and DDR4, so that's fine. ARM structure, which means we're going to be able to run some Linux custom firmware. I'm really excited to run Nuli on this thing. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I've been doing some really cool stuff with Nuli, so that'll be cool. The chipset is the Allwinner A133 Plus. I think this is the same chip that they've put in the TrimUI brick. I wonder if that's the case. We could do a quick comparison if we just put in brick. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's the same chipset. Yeah, interesting, very interesting. Right. I swear I thought the chipset on the brick was a bit lighter, but so yeah. So we're gonna start. Let's switch this up. So we're gonna start with a bit of. Well, we're gonna do a bit of an unboxing first, and then I'm just trying to position myself here a little bit. Again, this is like the setup that I've got here is a bit of a Frankenstein type of situation. I mean, it works, and I'm really pleased with how I managed to fix it all up, but yeah, it could be a little bit complicated. But what I'm going to start with, I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing. Um, and excuse me. I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing, and then we'll have a look at it. We'll have a proper look at it. I've got a not that one. I've got a SD card here ready to go. Brand new. So, you know, because why not? And as we try different custom firmware and try different features and stuff like that, we'll see how things pan out. But so let's have a look at the box. TrimUI Smart Pro. Yep, we've got the white version. See anything else on the sides here? I really wanted to get the DMG version, but I don't think they had it in stock. I don't recall. I think I actually ordered the DMG model. They sent me the wrong model. Huh, I'll have to check my receipt. Anyways, let's see if it talks about that Bluetooth situation. So joysticks, fast boot, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it doesn't talk about what type of Bluetooth we're dealing with here. So let's take that off. I always keep the boxes with my devices. It's for a reason. Resale value, you know, it helps. So I believe this is the instructions. That's actually quite neat. I like this. I hate it. Okay, I don't hate it. Hate is a strong word, but I don't like it when they give you a booklet and it's like I always lose it, like it's in like 80 different languages and I only need this, Um, it's got everything I need. So goes through what we're dealing with, your keys and ports and what's at the top, what's at the bottom. There's a little text on the side, firmware update, shutdown status. 1. Shutdown status. 2. Place the mirror file in the root directory of the TF card. Oh, this is to update the firmware. All right. Huh. Okay, why don't we do that now? Why don't we... No, I'll do that a little bit later. Let's have a look at the device. So we need to update the firmware in a bit, but okay, here's the device, and of course it comes with a booklet, instruction manual. Ah, I thought this was it. I thought that was it, but you have to include a booklet. Hey. Okay. All right. Thanks for that. It comes with a charging cable. I've got enough of these guys. I don't need any more of them. So, yeah, I'm gonna put these on the side. I'll keep this guy here, my ticket, but the device itself. Um, let's have a look. Oh wow. Oh my God, that actually feels really nice. Does it have a screen protector on it? Yeah, it does. I was just a bit sort of like there's a bit of bubbles and there's a bit of like it's a bit dirty, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, there's a screen protector on the side, which I'll take off in a minute. I've got my headphones on, so I can't really hear the buttons. I might just take that off for a minute just to see. That is pleasantly quiet. and I can just hear my neighbor doing the, I think they're cutting their lawn or something. But these buttons are beautiful. Oh my God, I really like this. It's first impressions, genuinely, this is great. Um, like I just okay, so let me just put this stuff away. So the thing is, obviously, this isn't a premium device. For a device that I paid $80 for, this feels it feels solid, like it feels amazing. Wow. I'd be really interested to see how the screen looks and stuff like that. So, um, I really like this. I really, really like this. It feels, I'll be honest, the only place where it feels a bit cheap is on the thumbsticks. It's on here. Otherwise, like, otherwise it's fine, you know? Uh, all right. So I'm actually before I get into the before I turn it on, I wanna go through the process of updating the firmware. So let's do that first. All right. So the instruction says to shut down the device, which we have, and then let's go to the TrimUI GitHub. TrimUI GitHub. I know this because I have the TrimUI brick, and I had to go through this stuff before, so I know where their GitHub is, and that's where I'm gonna get the stuff. So let's open up the new SD card here. Oh, whoops. The adapter just fell. All right. I always have trouble opening SD cards, like new ones. I don't know. Ah, this one's easy. Sometimes they make it super difficult. Sometimes it's like, I don't know, they just package it in a way that's like super hard to open. And this one just popped right open. I mean, I'm still struggling with it, but I might actually have to use a pair of scissors here. So, all right. Oh my God, did I damage the SD card? No. That would be funny. All right. So yeah, essentially I'm going to put the updated firmware onto this SD card and then follow the instructions to update the TrimUI Smart Pro, and then we'll start. I'm gonna start by just testing the stock OS. Um, I don't have. I never really used the stock OS on the I never used the stock OS on the brick, so I'm not I'm not as familiar with it as I'd like to be, but um, it's fine. Let's see, go into downloads. Hopefully I don't have anything embarrassing on here. No, I don't. I should have checked. Um, so let me just bring this up a little bit more. Okay. Uh, let's go down to USB drive. Okay, so that's that. That's the USB drive. We'll go into downloads again, and I need Rufus. Where's Rufus? Rufus. Here it is. Man, what happened to my music? Did we go through the whole thing already? What? That was quick. All right. Does it say what? All right, let's follow the instructions on the website. There are no instructions on their GitHub. I think I just need the firmware. I don't need the recovery. I don't need the full recovery. I just need the firmware. So, is this the right one? Yeah, it is. Smart Pro. Yeah. My internet is not very quick. I actually ran out of data a few days ago, which is why my stream might lag a little bit. But I think it looks fine. I mean, like I haven't really had any issues yet, so it should be okay. But yeah, place the mirror file in the root directory of the TF card, insert a TF card slot, and connect the charging line to enter the charging mode, and then automatically start up and upgrade. Oh, what? This is a lot. I'm just gonna plug in the. I'm just gonna plug this in so it charges whilst we're doing stuff. I'm curious, like at the top, there's another USB port that says host. I wonder what that is. Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe we'll have to look at the instructions properly. Right. So this is the updated firmware. We'll extract it. And then they usually have, yeah, this is a manual. Let's see what it says. Let's zoom in on that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go up. Okay, so put it in the directory, in the root directory of the. So do I need to put that in here already? It says it needs to be FAT32. All right, so I'm going to quick format. I don't want these. Yeah. I'll format it as FAT32 because that's what it wants. But yeah, I'm curious if I need to have these files in there first, which I'm assuming the OS is going to create for me automatically. So, turn off the device and insert the SD card, press and hold the minus and power button at the same time. Volume down and power key at the same time. When you see a green boot logo appearing on the screen, release the power key. So, all right, so that's done. Come back. When you see a green boot logo appearing on the screen, release the power key. So hold the volume down button, then release the volume key, and it will automatically. Okay, so let go power and then volume down. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and update it. I don't think you actually need to have the I don't think you need to have the folder structure. I don't think so. I think you can just update it, and that's what I'm gonna do. Let's switch over to our camera, which you can see is charging. Once this is done, yep, it's finished. I'm going to eject it, and we'll put it into the device. Royal Gordon production. Hello. How are you? Welcome. I think this goes in. Usually on these devices, there's like a little image that shows you which way you put the SD card in. But I'm just gonna raw dog it. I think that's it. That's the way. Okay. And so it told me to hold down the volume down button and then press the power button and then let go of the power button as soon as you see the bar, the green bar, and nothing's happening. Oh no. Let's just power it on. I probably should have done that first. Okay, let's try a different charging cable. Very possible that's... How funny would it be if like this device is like fried already? And it's like I've got it on tape. I didn't do anything. I literally just opened it. Okay, let's see if it turns on. There we go. I think it just didn't have enough juice in it. That's probably why. Whoa! Look at those sticks. Oh wow. It's like 84% charge. Why is it being weird about that? Right. Okay, we need to power this down. Oh wow, it isn't. Yeah, it's not touchscreen. I don't know why I'm surprised about that. I don't know why I thought it was touchscreen. So weird. What does that button do? Okay. Alright, so volume down and the power button at the same time. I mean, a little bit later, not at the same time. And we'll just hold it until we see the green light. Let go of the power button. And then let go of the volume down button. And we'll just let it do its thing. Now, while we're waiting, should I remove the plastic thing on top of the screen? That's the satisfying part of all this. The most satisfying part of all this, I should say. Should I do it now or a little bit later? Just put this rubbish in the bin. I hate clutter. I don't risk it. Okay. I really think, I know I talk shit about this manual stuff, but I think in this case I need to have a proper look through it because there's this little thing at the bottom here. Is this, I don't know if that does anything. I want to find out, but all right, this is updated. So far, I am very impressed with what I've seen from TrimUI Smart Pro. I am upset that I didn't get it earlier. Waited way too long. I did get the TrimUI brick a couple of weeks ago, and it's a great device. It's a great experience. It just kind of made me want to get the Smart Pro, but yeah. All right, I think I want to take off the screen protector that's on here. If I can. Oh, that's satisfying. Can you see that? Oh, yes. That was so nice. All right. Okay. So the problem I had with the brick was that I couldn't actually get it to populate the the folder structure automatically. So I want to see if I can do that here. Let's have a look at the manual. Okay. So this is just where things are. No, how to add games to this? How to add games and game thumbnails? The game catalog, the game catalog description, file names, emulation, XX account. What is this? By the examples above, the Easy RPG game is placed in the ROM's Easy RPG path, and the corresponding game thumbnail is placed. Oh, you have to do this manually by yourself. Oh, wow. I am not doing that. Yeah, no way. No way am I doing that. Nuli does this by itself, so yeah, no chance I'm doing that. Manually one by one, like what? It's 2025, guy. Anyways, this is the part I'm interested in. Make SD card content. Format the SD card into FAT32 format. Go to the official site of GitHub, download the latest SD-based package, unzip it and copy it directly to the SD card. Oh, there's a thing. Ow. We need to switch back to the PC, guys. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to. Well, let's just have a look at this. Go into menu. That didn't do what I wanted to do. I just pressed B and it sort of went back a little bit. Settings. We've got Wi-Fi. There's obviously Bluetooth. I'm just gonna change the scene for a minute. I am here. I know it says be right back, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm just putting in my Wi-Fi details because people are here. It's just scanning at the moment. Oh, it doesn't have Wi-Fi 5. I thought it said it does. That's disappointing. I hate the sound it makes. Well, I changed it. This is what I like. This is what I hated about the brick as well. I couldn't figure out a way to turn off the little sounds that it makes as you tap on different things. And so I'm glad I actually ended up putting Nuli on this. But we're connected to the Wi-Fi now. I'm gonna go back to desktop, and I'm gonna do what it said. It said to basically put your SD card in your device, and there's something about go to the official site or GitHub to download the latest SD-based package. So I'm gonna go and look for that. If anyone knows where it is, can you please just tell me? So yeah. All right, so we've turned that off. Oh, you guys are on the desktop. There's my SD card. Let's head back to the PC now. Okay. Now, one thing I liked about Nuli in particular is the fact that I can do all of this stuff. Can I put this in here? That's much nicer. Thank you. I guess. Oh, look, it already put some stuff in here for me. Excellent. I just need to do. No, it's fine. Yeah, it put. So apps, images, and ROMs. But you know what? We're gonna have a look on here to see if we can find that. Oh, that's way too close. See if we can find the what was talking about the package. So TrimUI. I've got assets, Smart Pro, assets, brick, Smart Pro. Maybe we'll look on their actual website, TrimUI. Let's see if we can find it there. They're calling it SD base package. So go to firmware. Enable. What is happening? Enable Bluetooth function. What? This is so weird. And the font is tiny. Very, very strange. Okay. Let's just grab SD recovery. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Let's find out. Oh, I hope it doesn't take a million years. Oh, it's only going to take a minute, couple of minutes, but it's slowing down, so maybe more than that. All right, while it's doing that, let's go back to the actual device. There. Yeah, let's go back in here and let's see what we're dealing with. I like the feel of this device, I have to say. It feels comfortable, very comfortable. For such a small device, just as a comparison, can you guys see that? This is the TrimUI Smart Pro oh my god, that's embarrassing. Let me just give this a quick wipe, guys. There's just so much dust sitting on my Steam Deck. Just have to give it a wipe. All right, so as a comparison, this is the Steam Deck compared to the TrimUI brick. Obviously different devices. Like they're not even in the same like thing. You can't really compare them, but just as a bit of a size comparison, that's the Steam Deck, and compare it to the Switch 2 as well. I mean, mine has got a I've got a D-brand case on it, so it looks a bit chunkier. But it should give everyone a good sort of idea of what sort of sizes we're talking about here. So this is the Steam Deck, not the Steam Deck, sorry, the Switch 2, and the TrimUI Smart Pro under it, just below it. So this is very interesting. All right, put that away. I'm sorry if the stream is a bit laggy now because I'm downloading the file, and I can see it sort of starting to pocket the network a bit. I don't have a choice. I have to use it. So it shouldn't take too much longer. Yeah. All right. Whilst it's doing that, we're just gonna have look here. So I found out the port at the top here that says host. That's actually says used to connect external devices such as USB flash drives, handles, etc. This port cannot be used for charging. Okay. Please use a 5V2A or lower power adapter for charging. Do not use any fast charging. Oh, that's... Yeah, probably need to change that up. that was a bit faster than what it's asking for. So let's try and use the the other one. I was wondering why it's not charging. It's still not charging. Is it because it's USB-C to USB-C? I think so. I think that's why. See, the brick doesn't have that problem. You can use whatever cable you want with the brick. I love that about the brick. This should work now. Yeah, we're charging now. So I might have to use... I was just charging my my camera batteries on the side. So I might have to just do that. Okay. So one cool thing is like when you're charging, you get a little light, like just it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's definitely there. So it's a bit of a like he's a bit chunky. Is not a thin device. It's actually pretty hefty. But it feels great. I can't get over it. I can't get over how great it feels. You know? So let's see if we can actually turn off that little sound. Is it rumble? No, that's BGM volume. Can't be BGM volume. Oh, my cat's going crazy. Oh, the SD recovery is finished, so let's switch back and see what we're dealing with. Let's have a look at it. Let's switch to desktop. I can totally understand why people get those Stream Deck devices. You just press a button and it does it for you. All right, so this is what I just downloaded. So, whoa. Cannot complete. It's empty. What? Oh no, it failed? Oh my gosh. Seriously? Oh, that's annoying. That's very annoying. My internet is so slow that it actually failed downloading this file. That's embarrassing. I'm gonna have to delete that one. Delete that one. And delete this. And this. These are just my stream. This one and this one are my stream assets. This is the cheat database by I forget his name, the guy that does that makes Twilight Menu for DS and 3DS stuff, modding and emulation and stuff. So I just made a video about that actually. If anyone is interested, check in the description. I think it's in the description. Should be. I think a way of dealing with this is for me to actually use my laptop and hotspot my phone. I think that's a better idea on how to do this. So I might actually do that because this is kind of ridiculous. So there we go. All right, let's hotspot. No. All right. All right, I'm gonna switch back to my live camera, because that's where I'm gonna be doing this stuff. So let's put this away a little bit. Stick this over here. This is definitely an interesting way of doing a stream. All right, I'm gonna need to eject my SD card because I'm gonna actually need to use it on my MacBook. But the good thing is it comes with an adapter, so I can just put that in here, and yeah, I'm Gucci. All right, so back into TrimUI GitHub. This is actually a lot nicer now that I'm actually using it. This is a much nicer experience. It's a lot easier. All right, TrimUI Smart Pro. I'm sorry you can't see what website I'm on, but essentially, let me put this way. I'm essentially going on the GitHub for TrimUI Plus, and I'm going to download a file called SD Recovery TG5040. Wow, that's a lot faster, and it doesn't affect my stream quality. Love that. So once that's done, yeah, I'm gonna have a look in there and see what we're working with. When I put the SD card into the TrimUI Smart Pro, it did automatically create some folders for ROMs and things like that. So, yeah, that's. But I just want to see what they've got in this recovery recovery folder, just to see what's in it, you know. All right, so that's finished. Let's see. We'll go to downloads, and yeah, let's have a look. Huh. Okay, there's an image in there. What's in here? This is Allwinner Boots SD. Please do not use. Try Phoenix card to recover it. This is very confusing stuff. They've made it like sort of as confusing as possible. SD recovery, TrimUI Smart Pro firmware. Find another free SD card and be careful not to use an SD card with your own content. Use any SD flash writing tool. This is for recovering. This is for recovering the device. This isn't some sort of like a package content, not content, like some sort of you know, like stuff that you need to put on your SD card. That's quite annoying. So anyways, let's have a look on the SD card and see what's in here. So we've got ROMs, arcade, FC. Okay, maybe I need to put this back on my Windows PC so that you guys can see what I'm looking at. I don't mind doing that. It's just with downloads and stuff, I might have to switch back to my Mac, just to sort of not put too much pressure on my network that I'm using to stream. And in any case, let's switch back to desktop. Transition. Are you gonna transition? Huh. Doesn't want to transition. Hello? What? Let's transition to this one. Transition. Oh. My software doesn't want to transition to anything. It's stuck on camera for some reason. Has anyone experienced this before? Why can't I transition? I really don't want to have to close this because it's like streaming my shit, you know? That's so weird. All right, well, I can't do anything about it now, so it's going to be like that for the time being. I apologize. What I'm finding interesting is on the folder structure that I see on my SD card, there is no PSP, even though we know for a fact that you can put PSP games on here. Well, let's just put some games in here and see what happens. Let me go into find my games. Yep. Do I need to put, is there a thing for bias, or is it already got bias? Maybe it's already got it. All right, I'll put some, yeah, I've got to curate it. Yeah, I'll put some Game Boy Advance games in here. And I might even just make a folder. I'll just create a folder in here and I'll just call it PSP. Just see what happens, eh? I'll put Game Boy Color games. Maybe we'll do... Can I please switch the scene now? It's not letting me. That's really strange. I wonder if I just get rid of that. Has it changed it now? Camera, desktop. I think this might be the play. I don't know, we'll see if it changes it. But anyways, I'm gonna put The Legend of Zelda, because that's the game I use when I do these testings and stuff. Where is TH? Really? Is it under Legend? Kirby. Yeah, oh yeah, it is. Okay, Legend of Zelda. I'll do these guys usually. So we go into Game Boy. Oh, there's no Game Boy Color? It's just Game Boy. Interesting. Oh, look at that. It did transition. Excellent. All right, and then let's see. I think I've got some PSP games that I want to put on here as well. We'll just do, obviously, God of War, Chains of Olympus. I don't know if this will work. I made that PSP folder. I just made it myself. It's not part of the folders that the system made for me. I sort of made it myself. So we'll see what happens. Once I'm done testing the stock OS, I'm actually going to try Nuli, which is what I'm actually. Let's try Next UI. I think Next UI is also available. Or you know what I want to try? Crossmix. I wanted Crossmix on the brick, but it wouldn't let me. It's not available on the brick yet, so we're gonna try that. I'm gonna download it now, and then once we're finished, well, can I just download the thing? Where is the file? Oh, here. All right, this is done. Let's eject it safely. And we'll put it in here. Now, I wonder if I need to restart the device for it to recognize my games. I'm curious to know if I hate that sound. I really hate that sound so much. Menu. Oh. Oh, refresh ROMs. See, I had this problem with the brick as well. It doesn't show my games. I couldn't get it to show my games. It's quite annoying. USB storage, like press B to exit. Lunchbox Lambie, hello, welcome to the stream. I've faced my first hurdle using the smart TrimUI Smart Pro. I can't get it to recognize my games on the SD card. So if you have any solutions, all ears, you know. I am using the stock OS. If I really can't get it to work, I'm gonna try Crossmix. I just downloaded it and yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. So yeah, you know, I had this problem with the brick as well. I couldn't get it to recognize my games on the SD card. Maybe I'll just restart it. I'll reboot it. So, how's everyone doing anyways? What's been happening? Do you guys have the TrimUI Smart Pro? Has anyone got one? Any tips? Any ideas? Ugh. Also, any like if someone can let me know how the stream sounds and looks, that'd be great. I'd really appreciate it because I have no idea. I don't know if the music's too loud or if I'm too loud or I don't know. And I don't know anything. Oh, look at that. USB storage has come up. I restarted it. And that didn't do anything. Did it format? Yeah. Oh, man, that's so annoying. Like, just let me see my games. You know? It should not be this hard, you know? Let me see if it's actually formatted when I verified the SD card. Let's see if it's formatted it. I don't know what it's done to it. Like, obviously when I bought this, I bought it with no games, you know, because I don't know where you got your games from, bro. Like, I got my own games, right? So yeah, my games are all here. It's really, really strange. So when I pop that back in here, refresh ROMs, nothing comes up. Is extremely frustrating. And it's you know, the thing is, like, I'm okay navigating my way through these things. Like, I can look things up, I can research stuff. Like, someone who doesn't know anything about this stuff wanting to figure this out, like, what are they gonna do? I had this exact same problem with the PowerKitty V90S. You know what? I give up. I'm gonna try Crossmix. Yeah, I'm gonna try Crossmix. So let's switch back to the PC, have a look at the instructions on how to install it. Gosh, I wish I had some longer nails. That went flying. Yeah, let's try Crossmix because this is not ideal. I had the same problem on the uh brick, so I'm actually not surprised that this is happening. So I've already downloaded Crossmix OS. I might just grab it. Where's my USB stick? Yeah. All right. Crossmix OS. Let's see how we can flash this. Crossmix OS, the OS which elevates your TrimUI Smart Pro to new heights. Okay. It uses the TrimUI stock user interface with refined configuration, new features, new emulators, and new apps. That's great. There are so many differences that Crossmix can be considered an dedicated OS in its own terms. Okay, design, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's have a look at installation. For the most part, these things are pretty straightforward. You just flash it onto an SD card and you should be good. Crossmix doesn't require any firmware update before installation. It will guide you to update it if required. Just let yourself be guided on the first boot. Uses the firmware by default. Don't need to update it before your Crossmix installation. Hotfix 9 is also okay. Format your SD card 32. Yep. Okay. Use FAT32 format. Drive to. So if I'm using less than 128 gigabyte, which I am, allocation unit size should be 512. See, I think this is a problem. Oh, whoops. This is probably where I went wrong when I formatted my SD card because I don't think I set it to that one. So, but I'm using a Mac anyway, so let's follow the Mac guide and see what needs to be done. Plug in the USB card in the reader, then plug in the reader to your Mac. Okay, choose application, utilities and disk utilities. I can do better than that. What? Disk utility. From the sidebar, click on the USB drive you want to format to FAT32. Yep, it's this one here. And choose erase from the toolbar. Okay, erase. In the format drop-down menu, select option MS-DOS FAT. Okay, MS-DOS FAT. And then in the scheme drop-down, I didn't get a scheme drop-down. If it exists, it doesn't exist. Okay, click erase. Okay. Wait for the process. It can take a couple of minutes. Yep. We're patient. We're waiting and done. Okay, cool. Crossmix installation. Download the latest. Yep, we've done that. Extract the archive directly on your SD card. Consider using an application like 7-zip to do this. Using an USB card reader can improve the copy time. All right, so I need to see. This is why it's different. You don't actually flash it. You just copy things into it. So just unzipping the Crossmix OS and then copy your BIOS files. Oh, so I need to. Yep, I've got my own BIOS files anyways. Copy BIOS files into the BIOS folder. Unstuck OS, unstuck SD card. Copy it from to BIOS folder. I don't have a stuck. All right, we'll deal with that. I don't know why this is like I'm usually okay with this stuff. I don't understand why this is getting so difficult. Like just Crossmix and the TrimUI stock OS is something I really struggle with for some reason. I'm just copying everything into the SD card now, so unzipping is finished. It's going to take about 5 minutes. So copy your BIOS files into the BIOS folder. Yep, I can do that. Copy your own ROMs into the ROMs folder if you want to keep ROMs from stuck SD card. What stuck SD card? I don't understand this. There's only one SD card slot on this device. Copy the content of each ROM subfolder from stock SD card one by one. Some ROM paths are different from stock. So if you don't find a target folder, or if you have any doubts, find the right path in emulator list. This is the most convoluted way of doing stuff. Now, while I'm waiting here, I'm going to download Nuli because I know I'm going to end up using Nuli. I just really want to try Crossmix OS on the here. All right, let's go in here. And TrimUI Smart Pro. We'll download that one. Yeah, it's a really strange way of organizing stuff. You know, like one thing I really like about Batacera and its forks, like different forks of Batacera, like Nuli, like I don't know, Rocknix, or I think even Next UI might be a fork of Batacera. Ooh, it's compatible with Smart Pro. I'm going to try Next UI after Crossmix. Yeah, definitely. So let's download that one as well. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so one thing I really like about Batacera is, and its forks, is the fact that like it's so easy to just navigate your way through it, you know, like it's not like this. Like what the fuck are you talking about here? The ROMs on the included TrimUI SD card are a mixed bag. Oh, I understand now. I'm a dumbass. But this is the thing. I feel like this sentence, right? This sentence should be under installation. It should explain that instead of going extract the archive directly on your SD card. Consider using blah blah blah. Here, copy your own ROMs into the ROM folder if you want to keep ROMs from this. Like, bro, tell us what the fuck this is. This is so it's talking about people who buy these devices and they come with games already. That's what it's talking about. Like, goddamn, this just make things so complicated for no goddamn reason. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, how are we going with this? Oh, wow, it slowed down a lot. We might be able to try a different OS before this one. I don't know why it's taking so long. That's really strange. Okay, Nuli is finished downloading. Next UI is finished downloading. I might just on where is it? Where's Nuli? Ah, there it is. So unpack Nuli. Yep. And next UI is simple. Like you just basically copy and paste everything that's on there into your SD card. Is super simple. But yeah, for some reason it slowed right down. I don't know why. It's now 16 minutes. This hasn't been the most smoothest of operations when it comes to using a brand new device. I've had much better experiences with other devices, to be honest. A lot of it has to do with um, the way they've organized their devices. So whilst I really like the way this feels, I just don't think my problem with it so far is the experience of actually getting it going. You know, you wanna just put your games on there and start playing games. Like why do I have to muck around with this? Um like it should be as simple as just put your games where they need to go and then you're fine. But that wasn't the experience. That wasn't the experience I had with the brick either. I ended up putting Nuli on here, um, because it's just such a nicer experience. Um, and there's a lot of things I like about Nuli and Batocera in general because they're just it just makes things so much easier. And I'll actually demonstrate this a little bit later once I set up Nuli on the Smart Pro as well. It's one really cool thing is like you play your games on here and you finish up or whatever, you put it away. You can actually pick up where you left off on a different device. Is this a bit warm? On the Smart Pro. So that's what I'm gonna do actually. It's a thing called it's called Sync Thing. I think it's here. No. Oh, it would be under system settings, and I think it's under services. And yeah, you enable Sync Thing and Samba. Samba is for transferring files over to your network. That's another thing I like about the TrimUI. I mean the uh, Batocera, different forks of Batocera is that you got these features. It doesn't matter you use Nuli or Rocknix or whatever. You get these features baked into your thing. In any case, I was talking about Sync Thing. So with Sync Thing, I can play games, do whatever I want, and when I'm finished, it will automatically sync my save files to my PC to a folder, and then when I pick up a different device, a different device that's also running Batocera, it will just pick up where it left off. It will just pick up uh, the exact same spot, and it will continue playing from there. It's really really neat. I'm actually using So I'm obviously using Nuli on the brick, but I also got Batocera running on my Steam Deck. So yeah, is a good time. I highly recommend people to try it. I might actually make a video about this on how to do this setup sync thing, because it's quite neat. It's really nice. But we're just waiting for this. It just picked up. It's just gone from 14 minutes to 4 minutes. So I think we're almost finished. Um, I'm going to turn off this device because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to reboot into some kind of firmware uh, thing. Insert your SD card. So let's say we put games and things on here as well, and then the next thing is insert your SD card into your TrimUI Smart Pro and start Crossmix OS. The first boot is a little longer than usual to set up, and some components like Portmaster. So I don't need to hold down a weird combination. I just boot it up. Really? That seems too good to be true. Like that's weirdly easy. Um, I do want to put my BIOS files and things where they need to go, and also I'll put some games on here as well. Wow, that's a lot of emulators. Is there PSP? Nintendo DS, and yes, they've put PSP in there as well. Okay. About a minute left. So once this is done, I'm gonna eject it and put it back in my PC and put some games on there. And then yeah, and then we'll give it a go, I guess. I've actually already got some games on my uh on my laptop that I can just, it's just to test it. The main thing I want to test is obviously going to be PSP. That's the system I'm really interested to see how this device handles. All right, so GBA. I'll just put some Game Boy Advance games in here. I don't have any PSP games on here, do I? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so. No, that's fine. All right, this is finished. We'll just test it. We'll just test it with some Game Boy Advance games first, and if I can actually launch a game using Crossmix, I will take out the SD card and put a PSP game in there and try. I think I'm only gonna try God of War Chains of Olympus, because that's probably the hardest game to emulate. So if I can find a way to emulate that, then I think I'm in good hands. All right. It didn't tell me to put in any weird combinations. It told me to just boot up the device. So that's what I'm doing. I think the microphone is too close to my mouth. Oh, look at that. Installing TrimUI EX01. This is installing Portmaster, actually. I didn't think of that. I can actually try some game ports in here as well. That would be cool. I can try Stardew Valley, and also another little game called A Story About Birds. I actually interviewed the developer. It's a really nice little game. I really like it. It takes like a couple of hours to finish, and yeah, I highly recommend that game if you're into little indie games. It's nice. Okay, I can see Crossmix V130 appearing. It means it's doing something. So, all right. Wow. Free game collections. Okay, press menu. What is happening here? Oh, it looks like it's recognized my games. Perfect. It has a scraper, which I really like. Perfect. Let's go into settings, and please, for the love of God, let me turn off that. I want to turn off this sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's not picking. The microphone's not picking it up, but it makes this little ticking sound, and it drives me nuts. I just don't like it. All right, themes. Oh wow, they got different themes here. PSP by Skylands. Let's try that. Oh, what? I love that. But now there's music as well. Why you gotta play music? Oh my God. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Oh, that's it. You just have to turn down BGM volume all the way down, and you can't hear the sound. That ticking sound I was talking about is gone. Okay, cool. So let's see how the scraper works here. Let's get some game art for, oh, look at that. Yeah, Game Boy Advance. I don't have any Game Boy games on here. All right, let's scrape this. Okay. For better scraping performance, set your screen scraper account in the file. Oh, you need to do it yourself, like manually? No. No. This is what I mean. Like, this is what I mean by other operating systems do such a better job at doing this stuff. You know, I'm actually gonna close this because the main reason I want to try this is to press menu to exit. I want to see how PSP will perform here. I'm hoping that I can turn this into a bit of a PSP machine. So, but before that, let's just give it a go. Let's just see what. So I'm gonna run The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. Just want to have a look at the in-game settings and stuff like that. See if we can apply some shaders maybe. Now I love the fact that it already comes with it. I can't hear anything. No sound. Let's exit. Ooh, what's happening on the screen? Gee. Yeah, I hate it when they do that. Let's change that theme. Epic Noir. That's a pretty good one. No background sound. Love that. Thank you. No background sound. We don't like that. Okay, let's try the Minish Cap again. Yeah, I love the fact that it's got like shaders and things on the side already, and it seems like autosave and autoload is also enabled by default. Let's have a look at the rest of the settings in here. So advanced menu. Oh, that's just RetroArch. Perfect. Perfect. So if I go, what is it, MGBA? Also, I can't change the color theme here. Oh no, I can. Color correction. Change it to Game Boy Advance. What is this? I don't care for this. And we'll put this on LCD ghosting. I like LCD ghosting. I don't have any sound in game. No sound. That's really strange. I'm assuming I can load into retro achievements through here and basically play around with that. Okay. Let's try Metroid Fusion, see if that makes a sound. Nope. None of my games are making sounds. Why? Oh my god. Yeah, this this is rubbing me off the wrong way with the way this is working. Like, why is Celeste on here? I don't. Okay. All right. Let's just put my PSP game on here and try it because I want off of this operating system. This is horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous. Now, while this is copying, I need to go to the. I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick, so I'll have a quick break. I'm gonna copy this off of my, obviously, PC onto the SD card, and I'll quickly go to the bathroom and I'll be back. So let me just start the process here. I think my games are. I mean, if it doesn't like, oh wait, PSP was here already. If it doesn't, is it because I didn't put the BIOS files in the thing? All right, I'm getting distracted. If it doesn't make any sound when I'm playing PSP game, like that's a big deal breaker. Like, you know. All right, I'll be back. All right, this is done. Um, whilst I'm here, I'm just gonna change the song here. Music. Uh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. So this is done. I'm just gonna put. I don't like PSP doesn't have BIOS files, you know. I know Game Boy like GBA can sometimes, you know, like yeah, BIOS GBA, I suppose. Where is it? I know I've got, or maybe it's yeah, it's GBA. Yeah, it's these ones. Like I know these ones can sometimes cause issues. Nothing massive, but like I mean it wants me to put them in here anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do. But anyways, that's done. So let's put this SD card where it needs to go, and hopefully, you know, we get some sound because yeah, that was that's pretty disappointing. Not gonna lie. You want your you want your device to at least make some play the sound in game, you know? I don't care for the sound in menus of your OS. In fact, please turn that off because I don't want it. But when I play a game, play like play the sound, play the music. Ugh. I feel like the OS experience really sours the entire experience. Like this is such a nice device to hold. And then you actually try to use it, you know, and it's so shit. Like it's just it could be so much better. Um I think I need to refresh ROMs. If PSP doesn't show up, I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna move on to next UI. Yep, it's not showing up. No. All right, I'm done with this. I'm done with the stuck OS. Sorry, guys. Let's try next UI. Let's. Oh, see, this is how my brain works, right? I just remembered on the instructions it said SD cards lower than 120, um, less than 120 gigs, 128 gigs need to be allocated a certain number of things, and I don't think I did that for this SD card. So yeah, it's a bit of a problem, but I I just want to see what PSP looks like on this thing, you know? Um Look, it's insane. Anyways, all right. So this is already formatted FAT32, which is fine. I'm going to delete the whole thing. And oh, actually, I might just grab the PSP game that I just put in here and keep it on my Mac so I don't have to go back to my PC as much. The back and forth, just to save the back and forth, you know. I know the last one is going to be Nuli. I'm more familiar with Nuli and I find it easier to navigate Nuli, so leave that to last. But let's try next UI. We'll delete that stuff and then go into download and next UI. So all I need to do is grab all of this stuff. That's what the instruction says. It says, where is it? Oh, it's here. It says, find and unzip the file you downloaded from GitHub, open the unzip directory and copy all the content to the root of your SD card. Okay. Copy and paste to the root of the SD card. Five seconds. Okay, it's done. Eject your SD card. Insert it back into the device. Power on your device. The screen will display. Oh, I don't need to press anything weird. That's cool. Where's Finder? Oh, here it is. Okay, that's done. I'm probably gonna have to do this again because I didn't put any games on it. It didn't say I could put games on it, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh, my camera died. All right, let me fix the camera. Oh wow, that was quick. Oh, already so much better. Just take this off. It's so much nicer. Oh my God, look at this. Settings. Okay, that looks a little small, but that's okay. It doesn't make any sounds that I don't want it to make, so we like that. We like that. What I want to do now is turn this off and put some games on there. Powering off. Dun, 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 dun. It's really strange because I heard a lot of good things about Crossmix OS. Um, I feel like I'm missing something here. You know, any like anywhere I looked in terms of finding operating system like custom firmware for the brick, or even when I was just doing some research into um like the TrimUI, everybody was talking about, okay, not everybody, but a lot of people were talking about just use Crossmix, bro. Just Crossmix. Like Crossmix is the best. It's like, is it though? Is it? All right. Let's see if we have PSP here. Sony. Oh, we don't have. So Next UI doesn't support PSP on here. That's really annoying. That's really strange. Let's have a look on their website to see. Okay, usage. I'm just gonna Google it. Next UI, TrimUI Smart Pro, PSP. Put in PP, PSP. Is there a way to install PPSSPP? Is the only thing holding me keeping UI based on my TSP. I'm running Nuli on. All right, I'm done. I'm just gonna flash Nuli. Like, this is ridiculous. This should not, it should not be so hard, you know. All right, so we'll get Nuli. Select the storage and next. All right. It's just like, you know, when, okay, yeah, I wouldn't mind using the other operating systems and stuff. It's just that I like, the reason I got this device is because I want to test it. I want to see how it handles PSP, you know? And it's like, it's not like, you know, I don't care if I don't do 2x resolution on it. If like, I just want to run it. It looks like it would be a cool device to have to play PSP games, you know? It's the right size, it's the right feel. And so that's what I want to try to do. But like, they make it so goddamn difficult, you know? And I got a feel for people that don't know about this stuff. People that, like, you know, like a kid who's just seen this like on AliExpress or somewhere online and is like begged his parents to get it for him. And 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 now he's like, he's stuck trying to figure this shit out. Whereas you just want to play your games, man. Like, yeah. Anyways, I think as much as I love these Linux devices, it would be cool if they can make some kind of deal with one of these custom firmware like Nuli or something. I know some companies have done some shady stuff and just like gone and grabbed like custom firmware without asking for permission. I'm not condoning that, obviously, but you know, just ask. Just I don't think developers would care, you know. Um I don't know much about this stuff. I just think the software experience is 80% of the what will sell a device, you know. You look at the Steam Deck, you know, it's not exactly the most powerful device anymore, but there's still so many people who prefer to just buy a Steam Deck because it's so much easier to just use that. You know, why would you go and buy something else when you can just get a Steam Deck, dude? Like, it's just easier. So, all right, this is just verifying now. So 75%. I think Nuli requires me to hold down some sort of buttons or something from memory. I think I need to hold down I think. Let's have a look in the TrimUI, Smart Pro. Says the quick guide should be good. Right. Flash it. Do not attempt to format anything manually. After Nuli will do it for you. Just put the SD card in your device. Just put the SD card in your device. Remove the SD cards from any other slots, and boot the device to finishing the first boot can take a long time. All right. So yeah, simple as. All right, that's done. So we just need to put this in here. And I think we just boot it up. Hey, I'm home. Newly Gladiator 2. Home sweet home. Now you're gonna see how much better this experience is, honestly. I probably won't even have to take out the SD card. I can just transfer my files over my network. You know, that's so much better. So much better. Love it. I'll show you guys I'll show you guys what that looks like. But I might just put my laptop away because I don't think I'm gonna need it anymore. Yeah, we'll just put that away. Oh my God, my house is so dusty. All right, put this over here. Hello, hello, Selena. How are you? Oh, oh, there's music, but look at that. I can just turn it off. I can just go into sound settings and turn that off, and that's it. It's finished. It is done. All right, we're gonna switch over to my PC, and we're gonna start putting some games and things on here. Finally, get to do some fun stuff. It's been so boring, just bickering with this device. All right. And since you guys can't see my screen right now, I'm going to put in my password details. Yeah, it's been an interesting stream, Selena. You missed out. It was very boring. It's a lot of I've been trying to get things to work and it's just not been happening. So it's been a bit of a problem. All right, let me do what I need to do here. So what I was saying is, you know, you can use Nuli and transfer files between your devices. It makes things so much easier, you know. So I'm gonna do that. What happened? Oh, it was just like I was just trying to do things and it, you know, it just wouldn't work. So, but now I think is all gonna be good. It should all be good. I've just put in the right software on here finally, and we should be all right. How is your thing going? You having fun? You enjoying it with your friend? Go into system, services, we do Samba, sync thing, and we just need to restart the device now. Okay. Essentially what happens here is once my device is back, I'm gonna go into network and it's gonna show up as well, actually I need to put in the thing in here and it will show up. So just waiting for it to boot up and then we can start. Very full. Oh, did you get sushi? Oh, nice. Hey, look at that. Smart Pro showed up. I wonder why. I'm just gonna close this. I don't know why my computer is like thinking a lot for some reason. So we go to network and Smart Pro is here. And when I go in here, oh, look at that. I can just put everything where it needs to go. So easy. So easy. Love it. I'm gonna go in here, go to ROMs. Yeah, we'll put this stuff in here. So GBA. God, I love Nuli. I love Battlestar so much. It's too good. In fact, actually, I just realized if I use my TrimUI brick, I can even get all the scraped art and things from here, so I don't have to do it again. Look, TrimUI brick, share. I go to ROMs. Let's grab GBA. I'm just gonna grab all of that stuff and put it in here. It's relatively quick. Like it's not obviously as quick as like putting your SD card in there, but it's fine, you know. I'm gonna do GBA, and the last thing I want to do is I'm actually gonna put that PSP game in there as well. So ROMs, go in PSP, and we'll grab, you know what, I'll grab Final Fantasy as well, might as well, just see what it looks like. And I'm on Smart Pro, so go back, PSP, where is it? Yep, here you are. I'll put that in there as well. And I mean, I can even put BIOS files and things if I want to, but yeah, but that's it. Like, how easy is that? So whilst we're waiting, I might just switch to my camera and walk you through why Nuli is amazing. Because software-wise, you just saw how easy it was for me to just put my files where I need to go. But there's also other things that I really like about it. I just put this one over here. All right, so and oh, I just realized I need to put in my password for my retro achievements and stuff. So you guys just enjoy the break for the minute. Let me just put in my stuff. Retro achievements. I love the buttons on this thing. They're so nice. Honestly. I think that's my password. Let me just check. Yeah, I was right. It's just doing its thing. Yeah, it's sending my like, what is it about? I think I put in about like 30 GBA games I'm transferring, and that includes scraped art, so box art and videos and things. And I'm also transferring 2 PSP games onto this over the network, and it's gonna take about 5 minutes altogether. So, you know, you really can't complain. Um, and the last thing I need to do is the scraper setting, username. I forget what my password was. Let's have a look here. Yeah, easy peasy. All right, cool. So while we're waiting now, I'm gonna just show some of the things that you can do with Nuli. Um, so if we go into the menu, so you press the start button, it takes you into the menu. And starting from the top, so you got game settings. So this is essentially, maybe I need to zoom in a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see this properly or not, but oh, we're not zooming. Okay, that's great. Essentially, so this is where you control how your games function, right? So if I tap on update game lists, it's going to update my games. So when I add new games, it's actually going to sort of like go through my library and show those new games. So I'll do that a little bit later once my games are finished transferring over the network so that they actually show up. Retro achievement settings. This is where you put in your retro achievement settings. You know, you obviously put in your username and password. And then you can change things around. You know, if you want to do hardcore mode, you can turn that on. Or don't typically like having a sound when, you know, things happen, but One thing I do like to do is index new games at startup. Because of what I said before is I sync my games across different devices. So if I'm playing a game on the Brig and then I put it away and I want to play on the TrimUI Pro, um, the Smart Pro, um, sometimes it doesn't necessarily sync up the achievements. So when you index new games at startup, uh, essentially it it goes onto the server and it syncs everything up just in case it does do it sometimes. It does because it's all online, right? It does automatically sometimes pick it up, but there's been times where it didn't pick it up either. So uh, it's just good to have that on, and then you can just manually index your games as well. My cat is chasing her own tail. It's really weird. The next one is the next one is net play settings. I haven't really played around with this. It's obviously oh, it's because my microphone was facing the other way. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks, Selena. See, this is why I need you here. This is why I need you here. So the next thing is net play settings. This is for multiplayer. I don't use it because I don't have anyone to play these games with. But essentially, if you want to play like between your Brick and the Smart Pro, you can set them up and you can play together. You can check for missing BIOS files if you want. Obviously, I don't have any BIOS files in there just yet. Oh, these are there already. So you can see it says like Game Boy Advance BIOS files are already installed. But if I go into all and go like say for example Nintendo DS BIOS files, it shows you it shows you what those BIOS files are called, and also where you need to put them. So I'm just trying to find. So then there's lots of different systems. So you see NDS or Nintendo DS. You need firmware.bin, BIOS 7, BIOS 9, DSi BIOS 7, all these ones. And it just says you need to put it in BIOS folder. So you don't need to make another folder. You just sort of just put everything into the BIOS folder and it will get recognized. I'm curious to see if PSP has one. I don't think it does. PSX definitely has it. But yeah, there's nothing for PSP. Yeah, I've never seen it. And you can also do this thing where it's like you check for BIOS files before you run a game. I usually turn that off because it gets quite annoying. Sometimes BIOS files don't get detected even though you do have them in there. So I just turn that off, and if you don't have the right BIOS files, you won't be able to run the game. So you will know. But if you want to have it, you can tick that on as well. The next thing is really important: autosave, autoload. I use this all the time. It's essentially, if you quit out of a game, it will automatically save that point, and then the next time you go into the game, you pick up where you left off, which works really well with sync thing. So if I'm playing a game on here and I just quit straight out of the game, it will automatically create a save file of that point. It will upload it to my computer, and if I pick up another device that I want to continue playing on, it will pick up that file and continue again. It's so cool. It's a really cool system. Incremental save states, I don't do that. Show save states manager, I don't use that. But these are just like, if you want to incrementally save your device, you can do that. What's happening? I just saw something. Who's that? Hello, LJ 24 LJ. That's a very long way of saying hello, but welcome to the stream. I'm just going through the settings on Nuli as I'm transferring some files onto it over my network. And then once that's done, I think we've got a couple of more minutes. We're gonna look at what games look like. Let me refresh this page. Yeah, there we go. In any case, so that's incremental save states. It will basically just save your games as you play. Show save state manager. Display save state manager before launching a game. So essentially what it does is before you start a game, it will show you another screen that says, hey, which save state do you want to start? I leave that as no because I want to pick up where I left off. I don't need to basically go through different save states. I just leave it. Quick resume mode, if you shut down your device and you turn it back on, it will take you straight into the game instead of going into the menu. So that's fine. Power mode, you know, you adjust the CPU frequency, like if you want to overclock or underclock things. I leave this stuff. The power option, I'll leave it on automatic because the Nuli developers, they sort of like they do these settings, they make changes to the version of these custom firmwares that suit that device. So I tend not to fuck with it, but I might have to do that when I play some PSP in here. We'll see how that goes. Battery mode, again, I'll just leave it. Video mode, this is where you sort of play around with how things look on the game. What I do here is I usually go all the way down to per system advanced configuration. And then, so for example, Game Boy Advance, I do this, I've done this so many times, I know what's happening. I'm going to check the emulator to VBA-M, because that's the emulator that I use on the other devices. Otherwise, it won't get picked up. I think so. Let's just double check here. Go to settings, per setting, and then Game Boy Advance. Yeah, libretro VBA-M. You need to make sure you pick the same emulator, otherwise you can't use SyncThing. And then video mode is where you essentially you can change things around. It's set to auto here, but you can change the aspect ratio here. I set that to auto as well. Game rendering and shaders. So if you want to pick a different shader set, you know, you can. For the most part, I know I use scaliness when it comes to Game Boy Advance. I'm pretty sure that's what I do. Let's have a look here because I figured out a look that I really like with my games. So aspect ratio, yeah. So game rendering and shaders, I set my shader to scaliness and everything else is set to auto. Decorations, so decorations is just like what you see around the side of the game as you're playing. I'll show you in a bit. AI game translation, I don't use that. Toggle fast forward, yep, that's just, you know, if you want to fast forward in the game, you can use that. Rewind, autosave, load on game launch, these are all pretty self-explanatory. And that's it. That's essentially it. So my games are finished. Oh, I just need to replace the files in the destination here. So my games are almost finished copying. And what I'm gonna do once it's done, I'm actually gonna update my games list. So let's do that. And yes. All right. Now, if I go into, say, for example, Game Boy Advance, you can see I didn't have to scrape my game art. It was already scraped on my brick, but because I just copied everything from my brick to this, it's already showing up, which is really cool. I don't know why it's doubled up on some things. Maybe I need to update. It did say update game lists again, so I'll do that one more time. No, it's doubling up. I don't know why it does that, but I don't want to launch any Game Boy Advance games because I want to set this up on SyncThing as well, because I want to show you how that works. So let's have a look at PSP for the minute. So PSP games. Before we do that, I'll go into we'll go into Scraper and scrape the games. So we'll do, yeah, PlayStation Portable is fine, and we'll scrape that one. Because I like it looking nice and neat, you know. It shouldn't take too long. It's only 2 games. And once that comes up, we're gonna start with we'll start with Chains of Olympus because that's the hardest one to emulate. So and again, we'll see how that does. I tried this on, yep, need to update games list again. There we go. Ah, beautiful. Love it. All right, let's launch God of War Chains of Olympus. Let's see how it does. Oh my gosh. Hell yes. Love it. And we've got sound. Can you guys hear? Yep, we've got sound. Perfect. Might just turn down a bit. I wonder what the settings are automatic, because this is all set to automatic. So to get into the like basically the menu, you hold down the menu and press B. Oh wow, they've changed it on here. You just press menu and it will go into it. Perfect. All right, let's see in settings. So it's set to 1x. And it's using OpenGL backend. Again, these are all set by the developers, you know. So I'll just use that, but I want to see. I would like to see some. I want to see like how we're going in terms of uh, like the FPS and you know how much it's pushing and stuff like that. I can hear. Yay! You can hear it. Good. All right. Enable cheats, game language. I don't think this. So maybe in tools they might. Nope. It wouldn't be in graphics. Oh no, it would be in graphics actually. You just need to go down to show FPS counter and show speed. Okay, that's a respectable 48. 50 FPS at 100% speed. So it's not doing. Can we skip? We can't skip it. So yeah, it's not fully hitting 60 FPS, but I don't know, like you're playing PSP on this, you know. I don't think even PSP was running Chains of Olympus at 60 FPS. So I did read something about having to calibrate the joysticks on this when using Nuli, so we'll have to try that. But man, what an experience. What an experience. What a device. It's getting a little bit warm on the back. So this must be as much as you can push this. Oh gosh, that's rough. That's so rough. 20 FPS. Ooh, screen tearing. Oh wow. Oh, this is unplayable. This is definitely not playable, not at all. Let's see if we can play around with it a little bit. Um, can we lower the no? It's even got like frame skipping and everything on. That's insane. It's only got 1 GB of RAM, so I can't really like I can't be too upset about it. Deposterize, maybe we'll get rid of that. Yeah, let's lower this. Let's put this on like 2. All right, let's see if that makes a difference. Oh wow, it does. Oh goodness. We'll turn off anisotropic filtering. you know, it's just trying to make things a little bit. We're trying to make it as light as possible, basically. Upscale type. I'll just leave it on XBRZ. I don't know what else we can do. Like, it doesn't really have anything else on there. The only other thing is, like, I can change the backend to Vulkan, but I don't know, because this is an ARM chip. So would Vulkan run better on an ARM chip? I don't know. But if I change it, I have to restart the game. So um, running try frame skip. That's really sad. Like, I thought this would be a bit better. But Chains of Olympus is probably the hardest PSP game to emulate. So maybe we'll go and try Final Fantasy. That's just a JRPG. Like, that shouldn't be a problem here. I'll be so surprised. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go and change. I'm not gonna save it. Um, let's go and see what Final Fantasy Tactics look like. Like, it should be able to run that one, honestly. I mean, it loaded up pretty quickly. I swear I've seen these things so many times. Input your birthday. March. Pisces. Skip, 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 skip. It is kind of warm on the back. Like on this side. It feels a little bit warm. I want to see those numbers. Yeah, show me these ones. So this is running on 60 FPS at 100% speed, so you can definitely play light PSP games on here. It actually looks quite nice. Like, that's not half bad. It's a pretty nice screen. I can totally see myself just chilling on the couch with this in my hand and just playing it. Because obviously I can play all these games on my Steam Deck, but like, fucking look at the size of this thing. Look at the size difference. You know, if you just want to have a chill session, like, this is obviously it's nice, but it's also really heavy. Whereas this is like it's so much nicer, right? If you're going for power, obviously the Steam Deck or a ROG Ally or something like that. But if you're going for comfort, definitely something more lighter, like the TrimUI. This is actually making me want to play this game. Just want to skip this stuff though. Okay, after this, I'm gonna take a quick break, and when I come back, I'm gonna show how SyncThing work, and that's gonna be the end of it, pretty much. Ooh, I didn't find out what this does. Can we open this? It looks like you can pop this open. No? Maybe it's just a reset button. Did it say on the paper Can we see the quality close up? Yeah, in a minute. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. I mean, like, it will definitely look a lot better on the Steam Deck. But that's the Steam Deck. Like, it's just. But like, this looks so good. I feel like this is what it actually looked like on the original PSP. You know. How's that? That's not half bad, is it? In that case, we should be able to handle this without you, Gefgarian. I can't get over how nice this feels in my hand. Defeat all enemies. Commence. Ooh. Wow. Kill them all. Leave no man standing. So dramatic. I find dead men route more easily. Bro, just fight. Just fight already. Okay, a bit of frame drop. But I think that's by design. Select the tile and press X to move. All right, we'll move here. Yep. And then act. Attack. Select the target with the cursor and press X to confirm. All right. Him? Ah, well, I can't. All right. We'll get the point. Light PSP games, works perfect. Not perfect, but you know, it's manageable. Bigger ones, yeah, no, forget about it. It's not gonna work. I do wonder though, like if I exit out of this, and let's say I want to go back into it, is it gonna have my save file or do I start brand new? Let's find out. Oh my god, you start brand new. Ooh, that's not good. I think this is one of those parts where... Oh no, it's here. Oh, I didn't save it. Did I save it before? I don't think I did. All right. The reason this happens is because it's actually using the standalone PPSSPP emulator. So what I would do here is I would go into per system settings and go to PlayStation Portable and change this to the libretro PPSSPP, and that way it will auto save and auto load games. All right, so we'll do that, but I'm just gonna have a quick break because I've been talking nonstop for a long time. And just need a drink, and I'll be back in like maybe 5 minutes. So yeah, we'll put a bit of a break, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, I'll be back. Okay, we're going to uh, have a look at setting up. Whoa, that's very close to my mouth. We're gonna have a look at setting up sync thing with the Smart Pro. So you can see I've already got a folder here that's got all my saves in there. So I can show you if I go in here and save. So across different devices, you can see my devices at the bottom here. So the 34xxsp, 35xxsp, Steam Deck, and my brick, they're all synced with this one folder. Okay. And that's what I was talking about. So like if I pick up the 35xxsp and play a game and then close it, it will automatically save to this file. Okay? And then I go and pick up the Steam Deck and I play the same game. If I'm using the same emulator, it's going to pick up exactly where I left off. Because see, I've already got some saves in here for like PSP I've been playing on my Steam Deck. So I'm curious to see, like, if when I add the Smart Pro to this, I'm curious to see how that will work. Now, there's a new device that was trying to attach itself to my sync thing. That was my ROG Ally X. I'm not going to use that, so I'm just going to ignore it. But I do want to add my this is my Smart Pro. So what I'm gonna do here is I've actually got a retro game cores guide here. Specifically, we're talking about Nuli part. Now he talks about how to connect Nuli devices together, so you don't have a central folder that has all your save files. This is it just talks basically your Nuli or Batacera devices, they talk to each other. I haven't set it up like that. I've set it up so it talks to a central computer like I've got on mine. I just think that's a better way of doing it. In any case, we're gonna see if I can add a device here. So if I add remote device, see, this is the problem with this. I don't know if this is my Smart Pro. I'm not sure. What I could do is I can close that and see. See, this is okay. This is definitely. I know this is for sure my PC. So I'm just gonna save it. And if I go on here, there we go. It's come up. I don't know why it's showing Nuli. It should say it should be Smart Pro because that's what I set it to, but I'll add it here anyways. And then device name, I'll just change it to Smart Pro. On their sharing, I'm gonna pick the same file, Nuli saves, and then I'll save it. When I go back to the Smart Pro, it's telling me that Sarush Desktop wants to share Nuli saves folder with it. I'll add it, but down here where it says folder path, I think what we need to do is type in user data saves, because that's how Nuli and Batacera organize their save files. So that's what we're going to do. User data saves. Is it with an S at the end? I made that mistake. Yep. Saves, and we'll save it. And I'm going to delete this one because I don't need it. So we'll remove that. And perfect. You can see it's syncing. It's right now syncing all these save files that I've got in my computer. It's actually saving it to my smart TrimUI Smart Pro. And we're gonna test this in a minute. So I'm actually gonna pick up a Game Boy Advance game. I'll start it on my brick, and then we'll pick it up on the Smart Pro. So it says saves are updated. We're gonna jump. I should probably any of that I don't know if you guys saw any of that, but anyways, um, we'll go back to the camera scene and whoopsie, let's see how that works. Okay. So I'm gonna start again here on the TrimUI brick, and we'll do. It needs to be a Game Boy Advance game, so we'll do. I know I've been playing. I was playing Metroid Fusion for a bit. I actually played Metroid Fusion on the Steam Deck, so it's. Let's see if it picks it up. It should pick it up. The system has missing BIOS files. Do you want to launch it anyways? Yes, please. Perfect. Perfect. This is exactly where I left off. Um, so if I go back, um, you can see I'm like almost, I think I'm in like sector 3. Yeah. This is where I left off when I was playing on the Steam Deck, and I just picked up the um TrimUI brick, and it just picks up where I left off. I obviously haven't started any GBA games on the Smart Pro, right? Um, so I might just get out of this one. Um, Perhaps we'll start a different game. Maybe we'll do. Um, mm, yeah, Castlevania. No, we'll just do Metroid Fusion. All right, I'm just complicating things now. All right, so you saw where I left off on there. So now I'm gonna go into Game Boy Advance. If I remember correctly, I did set Game Boy Advance to run off a VBA emulator, which is great. And yeah, we're gonna find Metroid Fusion. This is the first time I'm running a GBA game on this device. Let's see if it picks it up. I would be so impressed if that happens. It did? Oh my gosh, it did it. It did it. I love that. I love that so much. Does it look like it's running a bit fast? Like, God, this screen is actually really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Yep. We gotta go to the target. Let me get out of this. Right. Is your objective clear? Yes. Let's go into core options, video, and smart system. Advanced options. There we go. For some reason, I feel like it's not 60 FPS. Am I going crazy? Let's see if we can find out. Where is the setting to show? Is it in user interface? Appearance? On-screen overlay or on-screen notifications, maybe? No, I don't think it's that one. Is it... On-screen over. I don't think it's in on-screen overlay. I think there is a thing for it. Is it this one? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. For some reason... Oh, the joysticks don't work. Let's see if I turn off. It's just very dark. Oh, that's much nicer. Oh, we can save here. Let's do that. No, I like it. I like that it's darker. It's got a more authentic experience. It just feels like it's an actual screen, the Game Boy Advance screen. And here we can recharge. All right, let's test it again. So I'm gonna exit out of the game. Right. So I've exited out of the game. It should automatically sync everything to my drive. Now, if I start again on the smart TrimUI brick, it should pick up in the charging station, right? So let's see if that happens. Metroid Fusion. Okay, I don't know why I haven't turned off this setting. There we go. Oh, I know why. I changed the save state on the Smart Pro. Yeah, if we look in save states, what's the time? 28. Yeah, it's got to be. Is it this one? Oh, this is. Oh, wow. It's actually not saved it at all. Go into save states. I'll set it to automatic. And let's go forward. All right, we'll quit here. And let's see if it's there. Save state. Yep, that's definitely been saved there. Now let's see if it will turn off on the brick. So if I open up the save states menu, it should show up. Or it hasn't had a chance to sync it. I think I need to launch the game on here first before it syncs it. So let's find out. So yeah, if you mess with some of the save state settings and stuff like that, it can really mess things up. And yeah, it's done that here as well. But anyways, that's how this works. I'm gonna go and fix this now, but I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope you found this helpful or entertaining or whatever. But yeah, I will catch you all later. Have a good one.